I saw a post on the Lightwave forums and I felt a text reply wasn't really enough to convey a useful message, so let me communicate my answer visually. The question is concerning leg IK setups. With Genoma leg setups, and rigging in general, it is important to be aware of the initial position of the leg goals as this particular setup is designed with parent pivot controls in mind. First, you want your character's feet to be positioned on the top of the origin center. This will reduce some of the work that you need to do in general rigging and allow you to scale the model without having to reposition it every time you perform that action. Secondly, for Genoma rigs and rigs that are similarly built, it is important that the initial bone positioning is correct. The good news here is that we don't need to do much to get this rig going proper, we just need to make a few tiny adjustments. I want you to notice that when I rotate this foot floor control, the heel is pushing past the floor. We obviously don't want this, so how do we fix it? By moving this IK control null so that the heel bone rests at the very center of the foot floor control, we can adjust where this foot pivots when the floor null is moved. With just a minor change, we've greatly improved the results, but we're not done yet. We want even better results. We need to move the IK null upward enough so that the yellow middle foot bone's tip is touching the surface of the floor leg null. And now we have a nice and usable heel pivot. Now, you will need to use the correct bone lengths in order for these green controllers to yield usable results. Initial positioning of the foot bones with Genoma is critical. Obviously, I recommend making these changes in Modeler rather than in Layout and using Genoma's update rig function as needed. To conclude this video, I wanted to communicate visually what I was talking about in reference to IK Booster. I have just a few bones here, and immediately I'm given a setup that can be modified, adjusted, and whatnot, even if I'm in the middle of an animation. This, of course, eliminates the inefficiencies and problems associated with trying to construct a rig that tries to account for every possible scenario, and instead gives you the ability to do whatever you want with it, whenever you want. I'm not saying IK Booster makes every other animation system in Lightwave obsolete. I'm simply saying that it is worth including in your workflow, even if all you do is combine it with a full-time IK rig, like this one, to significantly reduce the amount of clicking that you have to do to get things moving.